Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Study Desk of Anand. In this sequel tutorial, we are going to see a join. So let's get started. So joins basically when we are used when there is a requirement to combine two or more than two tables, and we wanted to retrieve informations from more than two or table. So that for that purpose we use join. So for to joining any tables, we required a common column should be present among them. So like in our example, we have a two tables, customer and orders. So if I just fire this query, so you can see that there are three attributes: customer ID, name and city. And if I fire the orders query, so you can see there are three attributes: order ID, customer ID and item ID. So this customer ID is a common field between orders and customer. So this is a mandatory condition if we are going to join any table. So there must be one common column which is present in either table. It should be there in the customer table, it should be there in orders table. Then only it makes sense to join any tables. So there are different types of joins. So you can see that inner join, left outer join, right outer join and full join. So we are going to see all of them in detail in the later video tutorial. In this video tutorial we are going to see the inner joins only. So let's see here. So inner join, it is something like when we are going to join two or more than two tables, so it will return result which are common in both the table. So it will return the rows of uh, from both the table which are common between table 1 and table 2. If you can see that in the Venn diagram, so there is a table 1 and table 2. So you can see that the highlighted area in the red color, so that much of row will return as a result of inner join when we are doing a join between table 1 and table 2. So in this scenario as well, there is one common column which must be present in the table 1, and the same column should be present in the table 2. So let's before going to our practicals, so let's see the syntax first. So the syntax is very simple. This is select command which is used to retrieve the column from table 1 or table 2 that we wanted to present on the table. The from is a keyword and the next one is a table 1. So this is the name of any table. So it can be anything. Next is the alias. So we gave as a table 1 as a alias, that is t1, and going forward we are not going to reference this as a table 1, we are referencing table 1 as a t1, and we use this t1 to select the column of from table 1. So we can see that here it is used table 1 t1 dot column 1. And to perform an inner join, so the keyword is inner join, and we are joining the table 2, and again we have used the alias t2 for table 2, and this on. So this is ask a common column condition. So here there is a common column which is there in the table 1 and which is the same column is there in the table 2. So we are performing a inner join based on this column. So let's see our practical. Yeah, as I mentioned that there we are going to do a join between customer and orders. We wanted to see that the customer is ordered what items, and we have a common column customer ID which is present in the both table. It's there in the customer, it's there in the orders. So let's see how we can do that. So select star from so my first table is customer, and I will give name alias name as a C, and the inner join will be keyword, and I am joining my second table orders, and I will give alias name orders as a O, and I am joining this two table based on the customer ID. Now if we can see that this customer ID is present in the both the table. So now when we do a star, so there is a possibility of ambiguity, like as this column is present in both the tables, so we'll use the alias. So I'm just using c dot star and o dot star. So in this way, there this is pointing with the alias name. The c dot star will point to customers field and o dot star will point to orders field. So let's see the output of this. If you can see that it has returned only 13 rows. So this is what this is common between customer and orders. So this is quite confusing when we see that this is a customers and this is orders and this is just output of inner join. So let's trace this example how the inner query is worked internally. So I just copy the customer data to one of the my Excel sheet. So this is my customer table, and I will copy the data of orders to the same Excel sheet. So I gave name as a orders. Now how this I will provide different color for this for just a better understanding. Yes. So if we can see how this work as a internally, so how can we trace this? So this is we are here we are providing customer inner join operations or on orders. So we are joining these two table and type of join is inner and the common column is a customer ID. So how this is work? So for our example, this is a table 1 and this is a table 2. So whenever a inner join operation is called, so it will called on this common column customer ID. So I just highlight them. Yes. So this customer ID equal to 1 is look in this orders table, and this is scan. So if it look for the customer ID equal to 1 is present in the orders table or not. So if you can see that it is present here, order equal ID equal to 1, ID equal to 1. So it occurs two times. So the first data should be copied here. Before that I just copy the alias name, sorry, field name. So this will be the output, like when we perform any join, so there will be uh, all field from table 1 and all field from table 2 will be the output of any joins, and the data should be whatever the retrieve from the type of join that we receive will be the output. So in our case we are doing inner join, so this will be here we have found match the customer ID were equal to 1 is found in the orders table, so it will be provide as a result. And this row, since there is a match found in the orders table, so this row will be written here. Now customer ID equal to 1 will go to the second row and it will found that whether the id customer ID equal to 1 is there or not. So you can find that the ID equal to 1 is still there, so there will be new row and this will be copied as is. So now customer ID equal to 1 will go to the row number 3, so it's not there, so it will go on 4 5 and keep on, it will go to till the end of the row, so there will not be any customer ID equal to 1 be present there. So it will just do the first pass, and now it will pick the second row, that is customer ID equal to 2. So it will come here in the orders table and it will look for the customer ID equal to 2. So if you can see that in the entire pass it is not found a customer record with the customer ID equal to 2. So there will not be any row which has a record equal to customer ID equal to 2. It's not there in orders table. So there will not be any output where customer Suresh information is not there as our inner join output. So now it will pick up the third row and it will look for here whether this record is present or not. So if you can see that there are 1 2 3 4, so I'm sorry, it's a 5. So there are 5 records which are there in the orders table. So these 5 records will be the output of inner join, and this 5 record is belong to uh, customer ID 3 from customer table, so it will be printed as is. Now if we can see the next customer ID equal to 4, so this 4 has 2 records customer ID. So don't forget, this is the customer ID. I forgot to highlight this column as well, so just let me highlight. Yes, so you can see that customer ID equal to 4 has 2 records, so there will be 2 output from orders, and this will be as is. Now my next record is customer ID equal to 5. So there is an entry, couple of entry for customer ID equal to 5. So it will be written 2 rows. Now 6. So there isn't any entry in the orders table for customer ID equal to 6. So this row will not be written. Now my last row is a customer ID equal to 7. So you can see that in orders there are 2 entries for customer ID equal to 7. So there will be 2 entries in the inner join for customer ID equal to 7. Now I just check how many rows it has been written here. So you can see that count is 13. So which means the result of inner joint will be 13 row. Now we can verify this Excel output with our query output that we have produced with the help of inner join. So you can see that there are 13 row is written. Now we'll verify the data. So let me copy with the header. So if you wanted to copy with the header, just write uh, use a shortcut Control Shift plus C. Yes, so there are 13 row which has been written here. So if you just compare a data, so this is exactly same that we have traced with this Excel report. So there are 13 record present in both the it is written by the SQL query and it is uh, obtained by the Excel report that we have just traced it. So if you wanted to just quickly cross verify, so we'll verify for the customer ID equal to 3. This is the random verification. So if we can see that there are 5 entries for customer 3, and this is there in the output that we have written from the query. And if you can see the all entries exactly same, it is written by the SQL query. So this is how inner join work internally, like I have explained with the help of this Excel sheet. So I hope guys you have understood this inner join concepts. So in the next video tutorial we are going to see the left outer join and right outer join. So till then, stay safe and take care yourself, and still happy learning.